Right, well, just so you know, in that cutscene, Geppetto was voiced by Tony Pope, who was the only voiced Geppetto in this one game, and poor guy died at the age of 56 in 2004. Geppetto's only appeared in Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories, and he's going to appear in Dream Drop Distance. Apparently, in Dream Drop Distance, he's being voiced by Jeff Bennett. So, yeah.
What are you doing? Come on, let's go back.
Yeah, of course, let's go back, Pinocchio.
Geppetto's awfully worried about you.
Pinocchio, stop fooling around. This is no time for games.
No, it's not.
But Sora, I thought you liked games.
Wait, what?
Or are you too cool to play them now that you have the Keyblade?
I never said anything like that.
What are you doing here?
Just playing with Pinocchio.
You know what I mean. What about Kairi? Did you find her?
Maybe. Catch us, and maybe I'll tell you what I know.
Oh, come on!
Rico. Now, also, if you, as I said in the last part, if you don't have to, beat Monstro. But, you can, also, if you wait until after the penultimate world to come through Monstro, Riku won't appear in any of the world's cutscenes or, battles. Kind of spoiling something there, but, yeah. The enemies that we're running into here are, I think, Searchlight ghosts or something of the sort. Yeah, they're kind of annoying. Search ghosts, that's it. So yeah, the new enemies for this world are the search ghosts that disappear and stuff, and the barrel spiders. There's also quite a few large bodies in here. Ugh. Now, an interesting thing to know is that apparently a Pinocchio world was supposed to appear in 358 over 2 days, because there is a point where Packers found in the code sprite for Geppetto's talking animation, but obviously it didn't make the final cut, so yeah. Monstro is unique in the fact that he is both a world and a character. World and obviously we're fighting inside him, but also the fact that he's a character. And in Birth by Sleep Final Mix, he was boss fight, which I bet many people were glad about because they got to beat the crap out of Monstro for all the horror he put us through. This in itself means that he's the only world from another world, with Monstro's home world being Prankster's Paradise, which appears in Dream Drop Distance, obviously. Now, after the penultimate world of the game, Monstro will begin collecting sets of Heartless from every single world apart from Atlantica. Oh, I've just destroyed the world. Oh well, you'll forget about it. Apart from a world that we are about to go to, which may or may not be called what I said it was, the penultimate world and the last world. Each time Monstro is entered at that point, it will have its normal set of Heartless, as well as Heartless sets from a different world. The auxiliary set will change each time Monstro is re-entered. So you can see a lot of different enemies in Monstro, which in some ways is good, in others it's not so good. The track that I was trying to find for that sweet little cutscene was called Friends in My Heart, which is just adorable. The field music for Monstro is called A Very Small Wish, And the battle music is called Monstrous Monstro. Quite fitting, if you ask me. Because Monstro is probably one of the most annoying worlds in the game. Because it's a maze. And it requires a lot of jumping. And obviously Kingdom Hearts isn't the best platformer in the world. So, yeah. It's frustrating to say the least. So it surprises me that a whale's insides are so colourful. I mean, it's just like... It's crazy how much colour the guy's got in here. Die, Searchlight Ghost. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Where did you come from? Oh, I just want to open the bleeding chest.
Fire! See ya!
Chest, open. That's all I want to do. So that's sent some puppies home, thank God. Anyway, what you want to do now is try and get back over, but obviously I failed, so you've got to go all the long way around. That's the another annoying thing about Monstro. You fall off, you've got to go all the way around, beating up all the enemies. Sometimes again. Sometimes not, it seems to depend. But yeah, it's just like, we will be spending a bit of time in here, because a lot of the time you can't actually, because I want to get the items as quickly as possible, you have to beat up all the enemies to do that. So there's lots of times where I end up having to beat up the enemies because I have no other choice. Also, I hear the barrel spiders and they explode when you kill them. Which is absolutely great, really. Anyway, what you want to do here, you can get the chest over there, is do your extra sweep, and then you do it. Oh. Oh. I will get that chest. There we go. Just took a little bit of manoeuvring there. That's a lot of what Monstro is. It's special manoeuvring to get you places. But, oh god. A lot of people really do hate Monstro because it's just frustrating to say the least. And also because you're fighting a lot of enemies in very small corridors. It just does not work at all. I kind of hope Monstro is a boss in Dream Drop Distance so I can kick his ass, because just to get him back for this. So obviously we can't get Birth by Sleep Final Mix, so we've got to make do with what they do release, and hopefully we'll be able to kick Monstro's ass in Dream Drop Distance. I love Sonic Blade. It's quite awesome, although obviously in Birth by Sleep they brought in the I can't quite it's sort of like a slot mechanic. So you've got your commands, that's it, you've got your commands, and Sonic Blade's a command. And I must say that does work a lot better than how it's how it's done here. But obviously this was the start, and it's nice to see that a lot of the mechanics for later games were here from the start. So like Sonic Blade and some of the later moves that we shall unlock. They're all here, and they all do sort of make appearances in later games as easy to pull off moves, but also slightly flashier moves as well, because they aren't. They're flashy, but they get a hell of a lot flashier. Also, I think Monstro is the only world to feature 2 torn pages. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, Monstro has. I'm pretty sure of that. Oh no, it only has 1. I thought it had 2. Oh well, I guess I'm wrong. Yeah, I dislike Monstro a lot. Now there is an enemy that appears in Monstro, but it only appears in Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2. It's one of 3 Heartless that made its debut in Chain of Memories, along with the Cupid Plant and the Crescendo. And yeah, it doesn't look important, so there's no real need to worry about it, if you ask me. It's not like you're missing much. Monstro is probably also one of the most boring worlds. Apart from some of the story that happens, some of the story that does happen here is actually really amazing, but in general, just wandering around Monstro is one of the dullest experiences ever. And we will have to come back here a couple of times because of Trinities. Yay. Also, you will see a lot of jumping frustration, shall I put it? Because, yeah, there's a couple of jumps that you can make, but they're hard. And I would not recommend them. I would not recommend trying to pull off some of these jumps. Because, yeah. Now, one of them, I think, is this one. Basically, what you've got to do is carry the crate over here. I mean, I should say barrel. And then you get to that. The torn page, fair enough. Now, it's this jump, and I'm not sure whether you can make it just yet. We shall see whether we can make it. I think no, can't make it, never mind. And there's another jump later on which I took absolutely forever on because it was just so difficult. A lot of the chests in Monstro are much easier later in the game, but I don't know, I just kind of felt like trying to get them now, rather than waiting until later in the game when them might not be as useful. Either way. Oh yeah, I think it's this world. It's this chamber. This chamber's got one of the most. Oh no, is it this one? Actually, no, I don't think it is. It's a later chamber. It's got a stupidly frustrating jump. There's a lot of gummies around here, isn't there? Pizza. Anyway, we can get an extra item, because I think I was supposed to get it earlier, but I didn't know it was there, so I didn't. Also, this is not a great place to level up, because obviously you've got so many enemies about. You can just level up like ridiculously fast. Yeah, don't like trying to aim this thing at all. But done it, yay! And that's some puppies sent home. Woo! Now I think it's about time to go after Pinocchio and Riku. There's not really much else we can do now. It's kind of like our only task. So, let's go do it. After killing some more search ghosts, of course. You do want to get up to a decent level in this world, because let's just say that the two bosses are annoying, to say the least. Oh yes, I love doing that to them now. Oh, that's just so fun. Oh, it's just so much fun murdering them with Sonic Blade. Ah! Right, let's try and get to the correct location, shall we? I can't remember which the correct location is. Oh dear. Don't worry, we are making our way there, so nothing to worry about. I love how easy large bodies become to defeat as you get to this point in the game. Thank God. Anyway, we're nearly there. Boss time coming up shortly. Yes!